Almost 24 hours after the Indian Air Force carried out a non-military preemptive strike on Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camp in Pakistan's Balakot, Pakistan today responded by targeting military installations on the Indian side. Now, according to the Ministry of External Affairs, Pakistan's attempts were detected and the Indian Air Force foiled those very attempts. Remember, Pakistan had claimed that it had targeted non-military locations in India. However, that claim has now been denied by the Indian government. Also, the Indian Air Force shot down one of Pakistan's fighter aircraft. However, the Ministry of External Affairs has said that India lost one MiG-21 Bisan in that engagement and one Indian pilot is missing in action. Now, remember, Pakistan has put out visuals claiming to be of an Indian Air Force pilot. Indian government is still verifying those claims on whether the Indian Air Force pilot who has gone missing is indeed the one shown in the video released by Pakistan. CNBC TV 18 has maintained that we will not show those visuals that have been released by Pakistan because that is in contravention to the Geneva Convention norms.
The Pakistan Air Force was detected and the Indian Air Force responded instantly. In that aerial engagement, one Pakistan Air Force fighter aircraft was shot down by a MiG-21 Bison of the Indian Air Force. The Pakistani aircraft was seen by ground forces falling from the sky on the Pakistan side. In this engagement, we have unfortunately lost one MiG-21. The pilot is missing in action. Pakistan has claimed that he is in their custody.
Now, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan has also reiterated the claims made by the country earlier today. He has also warned, and I quote, "If a war takes place, it will not be in my or Narendra Modi's control." End of quote. Imran Khan has also said, and I quote again, "Better sense must prevail. We should sit down and talk." End of quote. Meanwhile, the Indian Express has reported that US President Donald Trump is planning to make personal calls to the Prime Ministers of both India and Pakistan. Now, Parikshit Luthra has been tracking this since day one, and he's here with the latest. Parikshit, what are you picking up?
Well, a lot of developments taking place at the Prime Minister's office, at the Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Defence, where I am standing currently. The Ministry of External Affairs, the Foreign Secretary specifically, is briefing foreign envoys on India's present position, on Pakistan military's strike on military installations in India, how Pakistan tried to provoke India, targeted military installations, despite the fact that India carried out a non-military strike on the Jaish-e-Mohammed, not on the Pakistani military, not on the Pakistani civilians, but this time the Pakistan army, the Pakistani military has targeted Indian military installations. So that is a point being made. The Chinese envoy was there for almost 30 minutes. They've left right now. The Prime Minister's office constantly monitoring the situation. So is the Indian Air Force. No formal statement coming from the Air Force on the pilot who has gone missing, his name, his identity, whether there is another pilot who is missing. So it seems that the Indian government wants to keep the protocol very clear. There's going to be only one officer from the government who is going to be briefing on the present situation. Today it was Ravish Kumar, who was the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs. The Pakistani statement also raising a lot of questions. The Pakistan Prime Minister has offered dialogue, but so far India has not indicated whether they have gotten in touch with the Pakistani government over the missing Indian pilot and whether there is some sort of back-channel talk which has been opened up with the Pakistani side.
All right, Parikshit, thanks for joining in and breaking that down for us. In fact, Shireen Bhan caught up with Vivek Karcher, the former MEA Secretary, and Vinod Patne, a retired Air Marshal, to understand what they make of the current situation between India and Pakistan. Take a look.
Look, the Pakistani action today was provocative and escalatory. We had not struck any target of the state of Pakistan, military or civil. We had struck a terrorist facility, and it was a preemptive strike. We had played it very, very low key yesterday. We had not even put forward the Air Force. We had given no details of the military operation, and we wanted really to give Pakistan an escape route. They have not seized that. They have upped the ante, and they've done it because they want to show the world that the matters can escalate. Now, having taken this provocative action, Imran Khan has been put forward by the military to really show the world that they are a reasonable people, that they are being very cautious and careful. There's a wide difference between their actions and Imran Khan's words. So now their object is to draw in international opinion, the intervention of the great powers. And if, as I've heard on your program, that President Donald Trump wants to talk to our Prime Minister and Imran Khan, that's not surprising, because he is engaged in a very delicate negotiations with the North Koreans. The Americans are also involved in talks with the Taliban, and the Taliban has been making statements that Indo-Pak tensions will retard that process. So the Pakistanis' aim is really to show that this has always been so, that if India, in response to a Pakistan origin terrorist act, it responds with its regular forces. If it takes kinetic action on the territory of Pakistan, then an escalation will ensue, and that is not good because both countries have nuclear weapons. My last sentence. The Pakistanis are playing to their doctrine, they are playing to their script. Now, really, yesterday the ball was in their court. Today, as I see it, the ball is in the Prime Minister's court, in Mr. Modi's court, and he has to decide what he wishes to do at this stage. Imran Khan is saying that, look, you took action, we took action. Now, there's a world of difference between their action and our action, between their articulation and the way we had played it. So it's up to the Prime Minister to decide what does he want to do. And I suppose the nation will stand by him. I'm convinced the nation will stand by him, whatever decision he takes.
Marshal Patni, let me put that question to you. There's a big difference between the walk and talk of what Pakistan is saying and then its actions. Yesterday, when India carried out its preemptive strike, it was against the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camps, as Vivek Kajju was pointing out. It was not against the Pakistani Air Force or the Pakistani Army or any military installation. With the action carried forward by Pakistan today, which Mr. Kajju believes is provocative and escalatory, what are the choices now for India?
Firstly, as far as walk the talk is concerned, does anybody expect that Pakistan and its Prime Minister will indeed walk the talk towards peace? We would be naive to even imagine that. What has Pakistan done today? They sent three F-16 aircraft towards our side. The statements that are emanating from Pakistan are far from clear. And over here, they certainly came onto our side. Now, we have a system in place where it says that in peacetime, no fighter aircraft should come anywhere close to 10 kilometers from the line of control. Now, 10 kilometers is a long distance. I understand the line of control is not really marked in stone on the ground, but I'm sure that with the radars that are available, a mistake of 10 kilometers could not have occurred. And as far as we are concerned, we abide by this rule completely. But in case one of their aircraft or more of their aircraft come within our side of the line of control, then we must take action because we don't know what he will do next. So action was taken. Possibly an engagement took place. And when that engagement took place, one F-16 was downed, and unfortunately, one of our MiG-21s is missing. This is the result of a particular engagement. There is nothing wrong in it. Is it provocation?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
What else could Imran Khan and Pakistan have done to show that they also mean a little bit of business? They couldn't have just taken yesterday's activity lying down. They had to take action. And they have taken this, which I think, to large measure, is a limited action. Will it stop here? Will it escalate? We will have to wait and watch. We have to be conscious that it could escalate. And we have to be careful with our defenses and our plans to take action as and when there is a chance of its escalation.
Okay, that was all the updates from the India-Pakistan tension so far.